Hello world. It is Friday, July 12th, 2024. It's about 9:40 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, um, yeah, timestamp so people know when I record this. Uh, Please remember I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient psychic, so everything in my videos is for entertainment purposes only. So do your own research, form your own opinions, and if you have other questions, please remember on the weekends I go live, so you can join in the chat or even pop in on the screen and talk directly. So the weekends are actual live streams, and those go up at 11 o'clock in the morning. As you know, I do my best effort to put up a video every other day. So this week's live stream is on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. The full disclaimers in the box, along with the Buy Me a Coffee, and we do have the super chat, super stickers, and the thank you button, all available for anyone and well, you know what to do. And and some people have sent me notices that I guess they're getting unsubscribed, so please check that your button is clicked and everything so you get the notifications. And but I'm pretty consistent. The weekday videos go up at 4:30 Central Standard Time, unless it's a crazy day like 4th of July, or there's something actually popping. But the majority go up at 4:30 Central Standard Time on the weekdays. The weekends, it's now 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and those are live streams. And I'm on for about 1 to 2 hours, depending on who jumps in. And sometimes we do get some really great surprise guests, which is, it's fun. And now, let me go through some stuff, and yeah, I'll get to the Henry shit towards the end. Something that we all know, that Europe is back on fire. And it's crazy, especially because if you look at France, just click on any of the French news stations, and you're going to find out that a certain group of people are making a concerted effort to torch and burn down all the Roman Catholic churches in the country of France. The most, one of the biggest recently is the cathedral in Rouen. And remember, Rouen is the where they used to crown the kings in the olden days, and it was in the cathedral that Joan of Arc pointed out stuff. So yeah, the invading armies, the invading Islamic army is trying to turn France into a new Islamic state, where, hey, France was the home of the Knights Templar and a lot of other things. I mean, what, 5 years ago they torched Notre Dame in Paris, and now they're going for the other Notre Dame churches and cathedrals across France. So hey, it's a bad thing. People have to stand up, because like I've said, not only are they going to come after, not only is the Islamic armies, they want to decimate the Jewish population, but in France you can obviously see that they're going for the Roman Catholic, the Christians also. So be careful. The next they're going to be openly going after are these alphabet soup idiots that claim to be pagans, like Wiccans, where the true Wiccans don't deal with that shit. The true Wiccans blend into society. They don't have to look like idiots out in public. So We've seen them go after the Jews. We've seen the Islamic Army is definitely going after the Catholics in Europe. The next, they're going to go for these alphabet soup idiots that are pro-Palestine. You're next on the hit list of this invading army. Now, yeah, we know that England, Great Britain is like going batshit crazy. They've all the Labour and Conservative and Tory leaders. Right now it's a massive game of musical chairs. Give it, and that's what it's going to be for the next several months. You're not going to have a stabilized government till 2025 because they're all shuffling and trying to figure out who's going to fit in best where, especially with this big brouhaha about the North Sea oil. I mean, that's a ginormous mess. And you've got these just stop oil idiots putting orange crap all over the place. But it's going to get nasty. A lot of things are going to be up for grabs. There's not going to be any consistency because a lot of it has to do with NATO. And NATO is like totally up for grabs right now because of what's going on here in the United States. I mean, right now, it's the idiots from NATO are making claims that China is actually the one behind the war between the blue and yellow flag country and Vlad. Not. Look around. China is out for its own interests. They're the ones actually providing a lot of goods to the Islamic Army. Yeah. But the Islamic Army, hey, look at what China does to the Uyghurs. But the Islamic Army, they're focused on decimating world control, but they don't realize that China's gonna, if they don't start taking marching orders from the CCP, from the Big Red Sea, you're going to see a lot of shortages hitting Iran. Big time shortages. And yes, NATO is like trying to play nice with everybody. And yeah, the Z guy is crying, oh, I'm only going to get 50 F-16s when he really wants 125 plus. Dude, you're lucky you're going to get 50. And you know what, dude? You don't have the skills, the skilled maintenance crew to make sure that those fighter jets are kept in flyable condition. Yeah, they don't have the infrastructure to support these fighter jets. So, sending them over there, they're going to go up once, and they don't have the pilots who can fly those. So they're just going to be a big-ass target for Vlad. And we all know that it's all because Z-Guy is a selfish bastard, and the Ukrainians have always been monsters. All they would have to do is release those areas that were originally part of Russia until the late 1940s. That's how everything would end. In a New York minute. That's all they have to do. And what's really crazy is, yeah, we saw JoJo giving his little speech. He called the Z guy Putin. I mean, we saw JoJo on that debate, and everybody was just like, I know a lot of people, they were consuming very potent cocktails. I mean, I got through it with a Manhattan. But I wonder how many people did an Elvis maneuver on their TV sets. But yeah, JoJo doesn't even know what's going on. He's being led around by an invisible leash. And I'm wondering if they don't have like a, like they put those shock collars on doggies. If they have something like that underneath his trousers. But it's ridiculous. I mean, people are asking, where is Trump in all of this? And Donald is just kicking back and watching the DNC self-implode. And after Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, made his duty show up. I mean, out of protocol, yeah, he had to show up at that NATO conference, but as soon as he was able to, he got the hell out of the swamp and flew down to Florida to have a one-on-one meeting with Donald. And like I've been saying, it's Donald, Victor, Vlad, and Georgia out of Italy, and Javier out of Argentina. Those guys are going to set everything straight. And when they group together, they're going to have the Big Red Sea running scared. In fact, I found the little clip. We know that weird stuff has been going on in Taiwan, all sorts of earthquakes, and I keep saying it's submarine action going underneath, causing it. The CCP submarines are going after Japan and Korea. And now they've sent out scouter ships out to the Bering Sea. Now, go back into your ancient history. And they say that how the earth was populated, how the earth was populated was, it started in Africa, and then people migrated north into Europe. Then they started going east across Russia and China. And then at wintertime, the Bering Sea, which separates Russia from Alaska, from North America, way up there, is frozen solid. So they walked across the Bering Strait into Alaska and then down the Pacific coastline, the west coastline of the Americas. And that's how North America became populated, South America, Central America. That was the migration pattern. Well, now we've got little Chinese ships getting awfully close to American waters off of Alaska. But China's saying, oh, it's freedom of navigation. I go, no, you're basically spying shit out, getting ready to see, okay, where do we stage the submarines to so they can start firing those atomic warheads underwater into Alaska and Canada and the Pacific Northwest. Because remember, a lot of tech shit is out of like that Oregon and Seattle area. That's where Microsoft is based. And there's a lot of tech shit all over the West Coast. So that's long-range submarine torpedoes that are extremely powerful. That's China's game plan. Big time. So if you see like, oh, earthquakes and tremors, and it's not Mother Nature doing it. It's a Chinese submarine shooting stuff off underwater that's causing it. Okay? Now, we all know that the ESPY Awards happened last night, and no, I did not watch it. I was out and about, and before I want to go into that, remember, yeah, it's, when I caught the news today, remember Shelley Duvall? She played Olive Oil against Robin Williams' Popeye, and she was in the movie The Shining against co-starring with Jack Nicholson. Well, it's been announced that she passed away. So, she was entertaining. So, hopefully she'll rest in peace. And yes, starting Monday, the RNC Republican Convention kicks off in Milwaukee. If I can scrape the extra cash around, yeah, I take the Amtrak is like a $50 round trip from Chicago to Milwaukee. Yeah, if I can get the extra cash together, I'll go up there for a day and see what I can get photographed. And I've already talked to someone who will play bodyguard for me to go down and get some shots from the DNC convention that happens next month. But yeah, yesterday, yeah, some stuff happened. I did go over and check out one new apartment, and I really like it. And it's within my budget, and they're not owned by a California corporation, which is a very good thing. Building manager is totally cool. But I have to go see this other place, and then I'll make my final decision. And then it's going to be the, okay, make sure that I've got all the cash and all the government nonsense for the housing voucher to transfer. Now, on to the dastardly duo. Okay, of course, Rachel was her little nonchalant self, like, oh, she wanted to make herself more self-important than she really is, but it kind of crashed and burned for her on her end. Of course, Earl Spencer made a statement, and basically he reamed Henry's rectum, which we all know that's basically standard comments from a lot of people. Yeah, we're still seeing Rachel still putting out there, oh, she wants to have a sit down with a royal family. Well, wench, you had your opportunity, winter of 2020, called the Sandringham Summit. You had your chance. You blew it. You went back. You were in Canada to play pretend with the monkey, with the doll. So, you had your shot. You blew it. Deal with what you got. Okay? And Rachel, it's not going to be pretty for you, because a lot of people are onto your game. And when the court case in Florida goes up for the appeal arguments, I wish I could be a fly on the wall during that. Because basically a lot of stuff more is going to be revealed. And it's going to be revealed by Rachel's attorneys. They're going to spill some really good stuff, which then can be turned and used against them. That's what I'm getting on that. Now, yeah, the awards, it's like, yeah, they had that singer Sierra. I mean, I've heard the name. I can't think of one. I can't recognize any of her songs. And then, of course, you've got Serena Williams coming out. And her dress, it was like, okay, so she had a black strapless dress on. And then somebody goes, oh, we need to be able to make sure it doesn't slide down. So they put like 2 rhinestone triangles and straps on it. I mean, it's like, sweetie, didn't your stylist... You need to hire a new stylist. That dress sucked. Looked really, really bad on you. Made you look like you had postage stamps for boobs. And that hair color? No. Certain women can carry off the bleach blonde. Not you. Sorry. Wrong shade. Wrong shade of hair. Definitely. Can't do it. You need a new stylist, new colorist. Serena, take a good look at yourself in the mirror. You look like shit. Yeah, then I guess some people came up on the stage to participate in handing off the Pat Tillman Award. You look on those faces, they're like, oh shit, why do I have to be here? If looks could kill, Henry would be in a body bag. Both of them would be. And yeah, it's like, believe it or not, I know what it's like to be in a body bag, because for an episode of the TV show Prison Break, they were wheeling something. It was for a scene and something, and the AD comes up to me. They go, hey, the actor, you're the same height as the actor. He won't get into a body bag. Can you, would you mind? I'm like, okay, fine. I'll get in there, but make sure there's a hole over here with a hose so I can breathe. So they were like, yeah, this is fine. We figured it out. So I know what it's like to be in a body bag. They're like plastic and hot, sticky. But yeah, that's, yeah. If looks could have killed, that's what both of them would have been in. He did make one kind of decent fragment comment where he accepts the award on behalf of Invictus. Well, the way he's holding the award is like cockeyed, so you can't even see it. Most people, especially when they go to the Academy Awards, they're holding the award up so you can see it with the engraving and stuff. This bozo doesn't. But my question is, where is that statuette going to reside? If he's accepting it on behalf of the Invictus Games, is Rachel going to force him to put it on the mantle of their residence? Of his residence? Send it back to England? Or isn't it going to go to the actual physical building headquarters of the Invictus Games, because they do have a wall of honor and stuff, where the trophy, the statuette, could be put in a glass bell jar case along the hall of where all the photos are at? Where is it going to be? What's going to happen to that statuette? That's my question. And that's something everybody needs to start asking him. Where is it going to be, Henry? What are you going to do with it? And if it isn't delivered to the Invictus headquarters, people need to start screaming bloody murder. Now we're all waiting to see. I guess he was at some stuff in the UK, and he found time to do an interview for that ITV documentary about the phone hacking shit. Well, so did Hugh Grant and lots of other people. But to get the viewers, they're promoting that Henry tells more stuff. Like we know about the Oprah show, the Oprah thing. They filmed like a dozen hours, and it was chopped down to basically 90 minutes. What is the concise airtime when he went in for that interview? How long did they have the cameras running for? 30 minutes? 60? 90? 2 hours? You know they had the cameras going constantly because the outtakes are going to be very valuable. And you know, selective editing, you can if somebody knows what they're doing on the software, you can basically take words out of different sentences and create something of a whole new context. especially if they have the cutaway on the moderator, on the person doing the interviewing. The audio from the person not seen can be repackaged to say some things that really they never said at all. Yeah. An editing team can do that and make things a total mess for everybody. So let's see the raw footage. We still need to see all the raw footage from the Oprah nonsense. People need to scream bloody murder for that also, especially when it comes down to those two. And hopefully, all the raw footage will be provided to the correct attorneys down in Florida. Yeah, and if it's, they say, if Oprah's company says, oh, we don't have it, we destroyed it, expect Oprah and every single crew member to be deposed by the prosecution. A lot will come out. Yes, a lot will be revealed. And Oprah's not going to like having to be deposed. She's too much of a public figure. People will catch her in lies. They're going to catch all of them in a bunch of lies. It will be exposed. By this time next year, Dastardly Duo, everything will be exposed. This time next year, next summer, a lot of people are going to be laughing their asses off and saying, I told you so. And the one who's going to be sitting back gracefully with a blank face, blank expression on her face, but secretly laughing her ass off, will be Catherine. Catherine will be behind closed doors. She'll be the cat who swallowed the canary, laughing her ass off at everything that's blowing up in their faces. So, yeah, people, okay, I'm gonna let, it's, yeah, Friday, getting towards 5 o'clock. I know some people have to get off to shul. Reminder, Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be live for a couple hours, so make sure to have your questions ready. And everyone have a good weekend. Bye-bye.